Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Vampirella. Yes, I know what I said. I am talking about Vampirella because I just I don't know. I was reading some comics, right? And I just happened to read this Vampirella book. Yeah, I think it's issue number one. I think it's I guess it's a relaunch of you know, of whatever going on with Dynamite comic books. Do not get me lying because I do not know um, what's going on. I'm just going by with what I read. So I know it's kind of weird because normally, I'm talking about other stuff or whatever, but I couldn't help it because I don't know why I picked up Vampirella issue number one. I guess because I was like, oh, let me try Vampirella. Let me see what's going on. So it's the new Vampirella book, issue number one, and it is the 2025 run. So I don't know how many times Vampirella's been. I don't know as much, so do not get me lying if I have misspoken anything. Um, this is me going on what I know is that Vampirella, she is an alien vampire from a planet I think called Vampirella. Again, this is all going by memory that I know of what I've read of Vampirella. It's been a while, so again, do not be like, oh, Trey, you're wrong about this or that. I'm going based on what I've read and what I've gathered throughout the years. So apparently, Vampirella is a vampire mistress. She came from her planet, Vampiral, to our world, and I think she kind of helped created the mysticism of vampires or whatever. And she's usually an anti-hero, I think. She usually fights other vampires from her planet or whatever, who wants to like get her back because I think she's like the queen or princess or something like that. I don't know. Again, this is just me going from what I remember and what I think happens or whatever. Again, my Vampirella stuff is like, and I don't really feel like trying to get the lore in right now. So she's found all kinds of mystical characters and creatures or whatever and stuff like that. And for a long time, it's been at Dynamite Entertainment, which I'm surprised they haven't tried to do a Vampirella TV show or movie. But I understand because Vampirella's outfit is very revealing. Like that's kind of the whole point, her being a very alluring character. But anyway, this story opens up. Excuse me. It's called Homefront: The Long Night. And basically Vampirella, I guess she is kind of like a person who goes and like kills people. Like all the bad guys around town that are like doing terrible things to people or whatever. Um Again, this is just me seeing what I'm seeing from this one. So she goes to an office, right? And I don't even know. Do she even have, the person even have a name? Nope. I don't know what the guy's name is, but she, lets him know that the job is done. He pays her some money. She goes to the grocery store, gets some stuff. Then she head back to her apartment or whatever. She runs into Dash, this little girl who was talking or whatever, and I guess babysitting her baby. Um she's a single mom. She's dealing with the stress of being a single mom while I guess being an anti-hero or whatever. Um she's she's basically talking about she's won. She battled her older sister, um Draculina. She's won. She has stole her baby from a cult who kidnapped the baby from Vampirella. And she nearly killed him and she won and she's happy about it, but the stress of the baby is getting to her. Like, she's getting annoyed, she's tired, because she doesn't have anybody, and she's exhausted from the baby keeping her up or whatever. And then when some mysterious guy comes in and touches the baby or whatever, and she goes rabid because she was like, how in the world, like, apparently through her senses, nobody should be able to get past her, but this guy did. And he was like, she was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I figured somebody should pick the baby up, you know. And then she gives the baby to Dash, and she flies out of the house. She goes around trying to figure out who's the guy, while realizing, oh my god, she left her baby alone. Somebody could attack her and the baby and Dash. And she comes back home. Dash is cleaning the baby, and Vampirella freaks out on Dash, and all she was like, "Get away from him! Don't touch him!" And then she was like, "Wait, what's going on?" She's trying to kill Dash and stuff like that, and she's like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry." Dash runs out. Um, she's like, "Get away from me! Don't touch me!" She's running outside, and she was like, "Wait, don't leave me alone," and whatever. So she was like, "Please don't leave me alone with him." He's crying. She's running in the rain. Vampirella takes her son with her to find Dash, and was like, "It's okay. I'm so sorry about everything." The girl's like, "Get away from me," or whatever. And I guess Vampirella kind of hypnotized her and made her, um, forget what just happened or whatever. So she goes over to downtown Brooklyn to go see some some fat guy. I guess Pooey is his name. Pooey. And she's talking to him about where the girls are at in the hotel, because again, I don't know what's going on. I guess this must picks up from the last issue, I mean last run. And Vampirella was like, "Look, I almost killed my babysitter tonight, and you have any idea how hard it is to find an affordable babysitter?" And he's basically like, if you were a real vampire, I wouldn't be able to see, wouldn't have a reflection. At least that's the rumor. What do you want, bitch? I want what everyone wants: community, love, purpose. But I can't seem to find any of that. What do you want from me? From you, Plateau Rollins, PR, rap mogul with side hustle in narcotics and human trafficking. Death is visiting you tonight, Plato. And then he's like, "Is that so?" And he tries to hit her, but she still continues to talk. "The girls you kept locked up at the townhouse are all at shelters now. If there's anyone you want to call to say goodbye, I suggest you do." He was like, "You can't tell me what to do." And she was like, "Well, enough of this." So she throws Plato ass out of the building, and now he's dead. And now that he's dead, she kills him. And now she goes to the pawn shop, gets her next check, and then he's like, "Hey, you need to talk to somebody." And then she's like, "I'm fine." And he's like, "There has to be somebody to talk to." And then we cut to a old guy in Buckhead, Atlanta. And then he was like, "Hey, get out of here." And she's like, the mysterious guy previously that picked up Vampirella's son, he's in Buckhead, Atlanta, telling the guy, like, "Hey, she needs you." And he was like, "Vampirella, that crazy space bitch thinks she's a vampire. Married, moved to New York. I'm done with all of that." Her husband died trying to save her. She's alone now, Dr. Chari, and she needs you. And he said, "I need a night with Janet Jackson." And then he was like, "So why do you care about her?" "Because she's my mother." And he was like, "You gotta be crazy, just like her." He was like, "No, Ella Norman's baby is less than a year old." And he was like, "Yeah, a medic named Shane discovered how to use a cosmic gateway to access the time screen. And just before mother rescued me from her evil sister." And he was like, "Yeah, so you travel back to time for what reason?" convince her to give me back. And yeah, that's Vampirella #1. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I got Vampirella issue #1. I just thought it would be a fun little read or whatever. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you guys think I should continue with Vampirella issue #1? I mean, issue #2. See where this story goes, or that was just like a little one-off thing, right? I mean, let me know in the comment section. I know, again, this is so random because it's Vampirella. I know of her. I don't know much about her, but I know of her, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is Vampirella issue #1. What do you guys think? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.